Villanova College in green against Our Lady of the Southern Cross from the Western Downs. So we've got the Bush v the City. Michael Crutcher joins me for this contest, and Villanova, from what you're telling me, looking to go back-to-back.
Villanova played in their first Confro last year. They joined and they won this trophy, the Confraternity Bowl, which is the second tier trophy in Division 2. So after all the pool games, the team split out of that 16-team Division 2 into the top 8 and the bottom 8. The bottom 8 then play off for the Confraternity Bowl. Now, that was won by Villanova last year in their first year in the comp. So where else do you get a competition where Villanova College from the AIC competition in Brisbane plays Our Lady of the Southern Cross from Dalby in a trophy match? And that's what you get at Confro. And Our Lady of the Southern Cross, one of the really good Confro stories. Now, we talk about, you know, over 44 years of Confraternity Carnival, there's been plenty of great stories. The Dalby story is a ripper because 2 years ago, they agreed to go from Division 3 to Division 2 when one of the teams in Division 2 dropped back to Division 3. So the Confro organisers asked for volunteers to go up. Who would go up and play Division 2? Our Lady of the Southern Cross Dalby put their hands up and won the whole division.
Damn, how about that?
They won Division 2 after agreeing to replace a team that dropped back. So that story will always go down as one of the really good stories. We mentioned the game before. Some schools just know how to play Confro so well, and you've got to say that Our Lady of the Southern Cross knows how to play this carnival.
You bring Western Queensland men or boys to the table. You've got big bodies, big hard legs, and they're very hard to stop here. But Villanova College, you know, they don't want to relinquish that title. It's going to be good. Our referee for this game is Blake Douglas, Aaron Lester, and Luke Perrott are his touch judges. So you see Villanova on the charge. But yeah, Dalby, home of the Wheatmen in the rugby union circles when they play in the competition out there. So also Dalby in the Toowoomba Rugby League competition. Now,
some very good players from Dalby over the years. Andrew McCulloch from the Brisbane Broncos, of course, being one of those Dalby, very proud Dalby men.
Last tackle. So Villanova complete set here. Can they show and go? And the fullback makes it look easy to Nate Wallen. Well, they threw the dummy, and that just put the defence into 6s and 7s, and the fullback will open the account here for Villanova right in the corner.
And Nate Wallen, one of those players who's back from last year's debut Confro for Villanova when they won this final. And good start. They get off to a good start. The penalty was of assistance to them. And off they go to the left there. And Our Lady of the Southern Cross just on the back foot there as that ball got close to the line. And Wallen takes advantage of a narrow gap. So Villanova coming off its rugby union season. So like the finalists today for the Shield in Division 1 in Padua and yesterday's semi-finalist Iona, Villa's pretty much put the rugby union jerseys in the washing machine, got the league jerseys on, and really had a fast-track preparation to get here and play this competition.
It's interesting to see if they're using the same jerseys and all of a sudden the fullback's got the front row's jersey. You go, well, this doesn't fit. And then vice versa, you know, getting number...
Well, it's part of the beauty of Confro just to watch the way that the Brisbane teams just readjust from their rugby union seasons as that kick just goes astray.
Yeah, just check out Bronson Barnett here. He's in two minds here. This is the wing on the far right-hand side here for Our Lady of the Southern Cross. He had three players. Which one do I take? So if you watch this try scored, he goes back into the field of play. Was it obstruction? Probably not. But 1-2 players outside poor old Bronson Barnett, and it's, you know, that's why you can have that back three position for mine. It's just get exposed. You do your best, but sometimes it's just, numbers. Loses the footy here, so Our Lady of the Southern Cross will come up with the footy. And Bundy on the 30. Just need to settle it and try and get a completed set. They haven't done so far this match. Peterson. Draws two defenders. One of those is the hooker there, and Bishop from Villanova. That goes through the hands. Backwards, says referee Douglas. Stands in the tackle of Sheridan. Beg your pardon, it was Murnane. 12 out. Get a converted try here, and all of a sudden they're out in front. Not a great pass at the ankles. Goes backwards. Tied up in the end there by Fletcher James. James. Benny Lawrence lifts him in the leg up. I'm not sure what the ruling. Yeah, he says he's above the horizontal. Penalty to Our Lady of the Southern Cross. They don't worry about finding touch. All right. I'll be stealing every single metre I can.
So if you're watching via our Facebook stream, let us know where you're watching from.
What have we got so far? We've got France.
Yesterday
Milan,
was France.
Malta.
Manila this morning.
Manila.
We had Malta the other day, yes.
And a guy in a crane.
A guy in a crane and Bulawayo.
How about that? Bice.
Bulawayo, Zimbabwe.
Yeah, that's right. You're correct. So, Wedrat. Kobe Wedrat. I don't know whether he's in relation to Ronnie Wedrat, who I played cricket with or against. Chinchilla competition. Cut out ball. Charging onto that there as Spies. Goes without it. Play on, says the referee. The winger goes to the corner. Oh, I thought he's doing a coach in the corner. Thinks he scored it, but the touch judge is right there. 4-0 the score remains.
Just needed a bit more elevation to do the Xavier Coates there, but some good promise there from Our Lady of the Southern Cross. They got down there and pressured the line, so Villa have to bring it out.
Villa in a lump at the moment. Now they're starting to fan out, but they get a good defensive set here, Our Lady of the Southern Cross here, and that puts pressure on the kicker. We see Kelly fall over in the mud on the 20. 5 players out on this left-hand side here for Villanova. It's going to be the lock forward to do some damage here, and Connor throws a no-look pass here, and that's a good catch in the far side. He hasn't been held. Play on, says the referee. Good refereeing. I thought he might have been held, but he wasn't. Doesn't matter what I think. Good carry. I'll try and get the number of that player. So they get over the 30. Here's your shot. You can see them fanning out. They're back on side now, Lady of Southern Cross. They've been turned around. Villa, June, gives to the half back there, and Peterson. Tackle on the 30. Tobin Smart. Blind side. The ball back inside for the hooker. Throws a bit of a dummy. Thinks about the offload. It doesn't do so, does Bundy. And it's going to be a ball in the hand now of Our Lady of the Southern Cross.
And that passage of play there was very promising for Villanova and started by their captain, Jackson Connor. He's had a very good carnival. Was part of the Villanova first 15 team. He played last year in the inaugural Confro team for Villanova, so he's going to be a handful for Our Lady of the Southern Cross today.
Oh, good shot there. Terrific. He sized him up. As soon as he saw him getting the footy, the winger in Sean Kelly had the eyes on the prize and straight in the midriff. Good tackle, nothing wrong with it. Ball comes loose. And Villa will have another shot at the title. 17 minutes still remaining, first half.
Yeah, good position here for Villanova. They threw the ball around that previous set when they came down. They went from the left across to the right. This is a great shot. And when you're going to the ground like that, you want to protect yourself. The ball comes second.
I'll be still getting up. I'll be winded from that one. I only have about half a litre of air in my lungs at the best of times. So you see Villanova again on the charge. Dart from dummy half. Hooker trying to get his way through. He's just been grabbed from behind. And Hudson Bishop. Patterson's the dummy half. Defence is strong in the corner from Our Lady of the Southern Cross. They'll go over and score. From the centre three-quarter, I think it might have been Rakatofsky. We'll check out the replay here, courtesy of Red Corner.
Yeah, just enough momentum down there for Villanova with that turnover. Came back from that tackle before, which dislodged the ball and gave them the chance to come down to this end of the field. So nice strong start. 10 minutes gone, they've got their second try. So we have a bit of look at the replay now, they were close to the line, just a jink and a reach, and that marker defence there for Our Lady of the Southern Cross just splitting there.
How many times have you seen the number 9 just exploit the online defence in this competition?
Hudson Bishop was scheming before and looking for gaps. So we spoke before about the captain, Jackson Connor, and the really good carnival that he's had. And if you're Our Lady of the Southern Cross, you're also keeping an eye there on Hudson Bishop, because he's been effective early, 10 minutes into this game as well. So some other players to watch there for Villanova, players who are coming off their first 15 seasons. Sam Binney is one of those. He is very effective early in Confro as well. So there's some handfuls there, but we know what this Dolby team has done as that conversion is successful for a 10-0 lead.
Let's go back to that tackle that dislodged the footy when they brought it out Southern Cross, and they were able to capitalise, and he's reached out and done the Gronk spike over the try line there, and very happy making that 10-0. Still 14.5 minutes to go.
Just feeling for Fletcher James there from Our Lady of the Southern Cross. Just seemed to lose his footing as he tried to get off that line to defend there, and that won't be the only time today that someone loses their footing here. Despite how good these fields have been, it's greasy, and it can be a bit loose underneath.
Well, we saw in the previous game a 12-0 lead was reduced to 12 points to 6, and that was 3 tries to 1. So you can get a converted try, or 2 of them, and it's just gold. So see how they go here, Villanova, as they work it out. And it's up to Our Lady the Southern Cross. They need some footy, Michael. They haven't had a lot. Well, they've had it, unfortunately. They've coughed it up. Here's another half a breakdown on the left-hand side. Jackson Connor, the skipper. He's still going.
Yeah, it's causing trouble on the left out there, the right edge defence for Our Lady of the Southern Cross.
Binney, we talked about him and Binney. That's just what you want. Good carry there, draws 2 defenders. Tackled there as Preston Bice. June. Getting in the way there, unfortunately, Luke Patterson. He wanted to give it to his back rower there in Monane, but wasn't able to do so. They got in each other's way, so that will be a changeover. So Our Lady of the Southern Cross got pretty good field position here, 12 metres out from halfway.
Now, at the moment on field 2, we have another trophy match. That is for the Men of League Challenge, which is for the second tier of Division 3. So St John's Nambour and Southern Cross Catholic College from Townsville, another home team playing for a trophy. That's on field 2. Now, I'm going to leave you here, John, just to go and check out what's happening there. After this game on field 1, it's our Confraternity Plate final. So that's Aquinas College and Marist Emerald. That's for the Division 2 title. So we'll have Aquinas and Marist Emerald. And where else do you get a Gold Coast team to play an Emerald team? You do it at Confro. So we'll be back later.
All right, thank you, Michael, and doing a great job. And if you want to work out or see what's happened over the last 3.5 days of the carnival, check out Michael's wonderful articles on the Confraternity Facebook page. It gives you a complete wrap-up of what's happened so far. What Michael Crutcher doesn't know about Confraternity hasn't happened yet. And I mean that in full sincerity. He's a fair thing. He's the Bruce McAvaney of Confro. The man knows everything about everyone. And it's a pleasure to have him beside me as he goes off to do some more scouting around in his once white shoes. As we see Villanova College again going through some forwards. Lady of the Southern Cross forced to defend. Again, we've been looking to the right-hand side of the screen quite often, more than not. That's a big gap, opens up, and the back row, I think it might be Nettie Godwin, and Godwin goes over. Massive hole opened up there. Easy as you like. Pretty much, I'm pretty sure he went through untouched. There's big gaps. Look at the gap right underneath the crossbar. And the mark of the fullback, McMillan, coming out trying to knock. You can see him with his hands on hips. You know he's come out of the line too early, opened the gap up. And look, he fires out here to the headgear. Mind you, he knocks it on. He saves a try, grabs it, runs the other end. It can be a matter of inches. So try scored there to another back row of Confraternity, 14 points to 0. with the kick to come. So Villanova looking to go back to back. Second year of the Confraternity. Hoping to grab silverware on both occasions. Drizzling has stopped, but absolutely no sign of the sun. Conversion lined up here, another left foot kicker. Conversion is successful, 16 points to 0. Well, 10 minutes still to go. Lady of the Southern Cross really need to score next. So sweeping play, see the fullback going around. I'm not really sure whether the fullback from our Lady of the Southern Cross realised that and tried to stop. Would probably been a try out wide, but the back rower, Ned Godwin, decides to go infield instead. So, took on the sideline. There wasn't much grass to work with there. And unfortunately for Villa, you cough up possession inside their own half. That will be a change over here from Our Lady of the Southern Cross from Dolby, who will have a chance to get some much needed points on the board before halftime, which is just under 9 minutes away. 25-minute halves. Too much off the account there. The back row, he's not a big man, is Kobe Wedrap. Took it up with some gusto, but ran into two big forwards. Now Lane Wenham. Good, quick get to the feet there from Wenham. And a little knock on the back there, unfortunately, there from Leween. I think he might have gave himself away there. By the way, he sort of nonchalantly threw it to his first receiver. Sure, it was well spotted by both touch judges and the referee. As they're all wide, they speak to each other. Not sure whether I gave a shout out. We'll do it again. Blake Douglas is man in the middle. Aaron Lester and Luke Perrott are your touch judges for this one. And for Aquinas, Morris, Emerald, that game is set down next here on Field 1. Final day of Confraternity 2024, brought to you by CQ University and Struddies. Thanks to the NRL and the QRL for their support. Carbine Club, always grateful for their support of this carnival. Also to the Broncos, the Dolphins, Cowboys and Titans. He's a chance in the corner. He just needs to set his ears back there and he'll go over and score. The winger, this time Sean Kelly, comes up with a try. And that's the fourth one here now for Villanova in this half. They've got the hands on their hips, have Our Lady of the Southern Cross. Sweeping play. Draws the defender, got some pace here as the redhead. Cover defence comes across here. It's too late. Go over and score. So good effort there from McMillan, the fullback for Our Lady, to try and stop him, but steps off the left and just dives into the in-goal area. And conversion attempt now 16-0 with 4 tries. None of them have been converted as yet. Let's mention Broncos, Dolphins, Cowboys and Titans. And also the Catholic School Parents of Queensland. We thank them. Confraternity of Brothers Clubs. If you hurt the ground, get over to Struddies. Plenty of gear over there. You saw some Matilda's shirts over there you can buy if you so desire. Strikes it. It's got enough legs, has it? Yes, it has. Good strike. 2 more to the total. Catch and pass. Fullback coming into the back line, creating that extra man. You've got your centre going through the middle as well. Defence is in disarray. 22 points to 0 now. Taken nicely back there by Wallen. You throw it forward at the line. 5 minutes remaining, first half. Again, wide running big man and Binney. He's a long way from the dummy half. Takes it nicely on the fly in these greasy conditions here at Jack Mansky. I don't know if there's a Frank Mansky, but I meant to say Jack Mansky. So drizzle will stop. It's a little bit clearer, a little bit brighter here. He goes to skipper again. Jackson Connor up the middle. Gets the offload out here to the hooker and support and Bishop goes across field. Looking to link up with his outside men. He's going to be cut down just too far away. And the Villanova support not quite there. Patterson now the forward in the Tupu. And Tupu will get across the 20-metre line. 18 out. Last tackle, says referee Douglas. Again, they come to this right-hand side of the defence on the left from a lady. Southern Cross tested, and it's going to be exploited again. And another try 4 minutes from half-time. This time it's Tulu O'Neill. Yeah, allowed the Southern Cross left-hand defence. So that's your 20-metre line. It's the last. They decide to run it. Patterson. Out the back to Wallen, the fullback. Takes it to the line, puts a fend on, goes through, turns it back inside to the support player. And Turlo O'Neill will remember that try for a long, long time. His first Confraternity, his second one for the college. Takes the line, goes back in the field of play here. Tries to pull him down there. There's the back row and Kobe Wedrat. But the ball was not wrapped up, and back inside for the support play to score the try. So a conversion attempt, you would think, after that last one, should knock it over. The lady of the Southern Cross, their coach is Stephen Gillespie. Goes over the black dot. 28 points to 0 now for the men from Cooperoo and Brisbane. It was a slowish play of the ball in the instance, but good work here from the fullback, and Wallen draws the defender, goes back inside here, and he's just, I think he's just a decoy runner if needed, and he ends up with a footy in hand there, and Turlo O'Neill, and goes over and scores. So, yeah, ladies and across, coached by Stephen Gillespie. Their manager is Tyrone Fraser. Principal is Peter Muskelly. Shortish kick-off, but too big. So Villa with 100 seconds to go before the half-time siren. To go back and play it on the mark. He's been damaging his Jeff Tupu since he came on. I don't think he started the game. And the marker's not square. There'll be a penalty on the halfway line. Still over a minute to go. Villanova College, their coach is Michael Carl. Blake McLaughlin is their manager. And their principal is Paul Begg, who'll be watching from Brisbane. Good morning to you, Paul. Probably, no doubt, still working as principals do, even though it's school holidays. So I hope you're enjoying your Chargers go about their business here at the moment. They're looking fairly comfortable. 28-0. There he goes again. A big carry coming from Jet Tupu. The Lady of the Southern Cross just hanging on desperately. They don't want to leak any more points before the siren, which is 30 seconds away. Get up and play up on the 10. Patterson. Catch and pass into the corner. The centre will go over this time. That's Max Green. And Max Green, wearing the green, will go over and score in the right corner. Looking decidedly ugly, the scoreboard here for Our Lady of the Southern Cross. But again, they go to the right-hand side. The try scorer this time gives one. It gets absolutely smashed in back play. But not before he gets the offload there to Turlo O'Neill. And the centre goes over. And Max Green comes up with a try in the 24th minute. You have a look. Here's the 16. You just watch him in back play. He gets absolutely put on his backside. But that's a good try. Head down. He didn't have much to work with. He scores it with a metre of in-goal area to go. And wait for this conversion. Then we'll take a break here. And the Lady of the Southern Cross all to do to try and reel in what could be 34-0. 6 converted tries. So Roman June. Comes out of the soggy off-field. Comes in and strikes it. Might have enough legs, and it has got enough legs. Well, he can kick it from anywhere, and that is a conversion. 34 points to 0. And we'll take a break here as we come back for the second half in about 5 minutes' time. Well, Villanova keen. Lady of the Southern Cross make their way onto the park to resume hostilities. Not rocket science as to what Our Lady of the Southern Cross need to do. See if they can just make that scoreline a little bit more respectful. The siren's about to get us underway here for the second half of this final. 25 minutes left in this contest in this division. So away we go, and the Lady of the Southern Cross denied a lot of footy because on 6 occasions they've actually had to hover in the in-goal area. 6 tries, one in the second. Bishop in the 9th, Kelly in the 19th, Godwin in the 14th, O'Neill in the 22nd, Kelly, and Max Green right on half time. So 6 tries to 0. And 5 of them converted. So Villanova with the ball leading from the front. Jackson Connor been strong, especially on this left-hand edge. 6 more to go, says referee Douglas. This time they test the right-hand defence here of Villa. Gets the offload. And the 19 this time will go over and score, and that's Seth Wallen. His brother might be Nate. He's already scored 1, but Seth Wallen goes over in the left corner. So it's 3 on 2. Now it's 2 on 2, but he just goes straight forward and hard as the centre, and Rakotakowski gets the ball to his outside man to try to Seth Wallen. He's strong there for the centre, Max. And you can see him congratulating him in the background there. Roman June, he knows what it took to score that try. It all came from the centre. think if he's bringing his form to the second half, Roman June, he should knock this one over. Pink boot goes through, strikes it. Oh, look at that. Right through the hay diddle diddle. So they come to the blind side. June involved, gets the offload, but there's no way in the world he should have gone through there, Max. And over he goes and scores a confraternity try. This is Seth Wallen. And like I said, his fullback is Nate Wallen. Whether they may be related, well, the Wallens have got one each. I'll work it out here, Villanova. There he goes, charging through his Seth Tupu. Jet Tupu will stand in the tackle. They can't put the big man down. Again, forwards doing some damage in the middle third of Jack Mansky Oval. The Southern Cross just can't stop this juggernaut from happening again. They'll come to this blind side, catch them pass, and they'll go to the touch judge, and that will be a changeover for LA Southern Cross. So now the back rower, Wenham. Penalty. So he's one for the Lady of Southern Cross. Right in the middle of the park, greasy conditions. Do they look for a touch finder or hang on? They will go. Keep the sideline. So not a lot of metres, but it opens up the whole left-hand side of Jack Mansky Oval. Ladies Southern Cross, what can they do here? Dummy half is Leween. Fullback, Tia. Eldon certainly is off the ground. Hands out in front, throws a bit of a dummy there before he straightens the play there as Oscar Spies, or Spies. Spies it is, I beg your pardon, i.e. Blind side. Trying to work through there is King Togia. I do remember the name from last year. King Togia had a good carnival. Wenham again. Put on his backside right in the middle of the mud, so it couldn't have hurt too much. It's pretty sloppy there. Barnett puts it on the toe. It's allowed to bounce. Tidied up in the end by that man in Rakotovsky. Just getting too many metres with each carry. Villanova winning the wrestle as well. Do this for a quick play the ball. Up he gets. Keeping it alive here, Villa. Not ideal here for our lady, the Southern Cross here, as we see Leween has to put the tackle on. He gets assistance eventually there from Kobe Wedrat. We've seen many take Ned Godwin, the back row, is causing havoc in every game I've had the privilege to call here on field 1. 11, 12s and 13s have just been dynamic. There you go, the prop forward, and Tupu. Jet puts it on the toe here, gets a knock on. No, referee says knock back. Put a 6 on his back, big Jet. Here he comes. No, he's going to be too slow to get to that tackle. Long way to the other end. 40-0. Halftime score 34-0. Penalty is going to go against the mark. The man playing the ball puts his shove on the marker defence. It's not up to him to rule that the markers are in the way. It's the referee's job, so it's not great field position. The referee's not ready. He's gone back to the 10 metres, as you can see. Jet Tupu Straight down. 3 defenders there. Get off me. Now his front row teammate gets close to the line, and I think he's gone. That ball's on the chalk. Momentum's taking him across the line here, and Samuel Binney will come up with a try. The referee awards it. He didn't promote it, so it was not a double movement. Let's have a look at this. On the back of a good carry there from Jet Tupu. Here he goes. And there you go. Footy goes over the chalk here. Samuel Binney. Right in front. All on the back of a silly penalty, and I think I'm quite right in saying that. Pushes the man in the play the ball, pushes the marker, and the referee penalises the side with the ball in hand. Doesn't happen very often. And they took full advantage. So they're playing bully boys at the moment here in the front row. Jet Tupu and Samuel Binney. Same routine in front as is out wide here for the goal kicker. And that will go through. So, yeah, just momentum. Big fella straight ahead. And over he goes. So I can assure you, if Jet Tupu goes across the line, those two boys will have a great night tonight. Talking about who had the better try. Let's see what happens first. So Laddie of a Southern Cross. Put some respectability on the scoreboard if they can. They go for a long kick-off. End over end. There he goes. Josh Hollett, I think 15 out there was the man with that first carry. Pearson over the top. Jackson. We're going to come blindside again. Catch and pass. Just breaking down. Luckily for our lady of Southern Cross, that's the second time the ball's found touch. They try to exploit the right hand defence where they've scored a couple of tries already. Have Villanova. Ting Tagia. Peterson hasn't given up trying all game, the number 10. Here's an opportunity down the left-hand side. Away goes Smart, and Smart goes back in the field. Smart ankle tap, gets up, goes over and scores a try there. That's a great effort. Bust down the left-hand side here, and Smart's going to get a try awarded. Villanova seemed to think he didn't ground it, but it's not really what Villanova think. But Tobin Smart scores in the top left-hand corner. Nobody at home here. Some forwards out there, but had one man to beat. Goes back in, gets an ankle tap, falls over, and gets up and slams it down. Referee Douglas checks with the touch judges and awards a try. So have a look at this. The winger comes in and puts a shot on. Away he goes. Steps off the left, beats one, gets an ankle tap. Cover defence comes over. It's too late there in O'Neill. So now Villanova have got to stand in the in-goal area. Kintagia strikes it and is waved away. So score remains 46 points to 4. So yeah, caught napping a little bit here, the right edge defence of Villanova. As you can see, the winger comes in, puts a shot on the man and spies before he gets the offload away, and then presence of mind to get to his feet and go over. Tobin Smart, our lady of the Southern Cross, come up with some points. Always good to see a scoreboard that doesn't have a 0 on it. Pretty good kick. It's a really good kick. Just allowed to bounce into touch. So Villanova will get the feed. 12 out. 12 minutes to go. Aquinas College will take on Marist Emerald. 25-minute halves. That'll be, what time was kick off for that one, Tim? 10:30. There you go. Anyway, on the blind side, sorry. They go over and score just off the back of a scrum. Seth Wallen with his second try. So again, a try scored from the back of the scrum, catch and pass, creating the extra man. And the winger for the ladies of Southern Cross, he had to come in and try and shut the play down and tear. And it wasn't enough. There's too many bodies in motion. Redikokoski again promoting his teammate a good pass to the try line. Roman June looking to, he only had one blemish with his kick so far. Left foot striker. Strikes it. Oh, there you go. Yes, I've done it again, but look at this. It's a set play, always hard, one-on-one defend. You can lose your footing, but they just had a set play here. Drawing defence. They hang on the ball long enough for it to go into the... Hang on to it long enough to draw the defenders and create that gap out wide. So a restart here. They'll be allowed to bounce, and it'll bounce towards our lady of the Southern Cross. It's going to be picked up here by Spies. The referee's going to say it's a knock on. Coming from the side, kicking off, and our lady of the Rosary. So when you're hot, Villanova. Under 10 minutes remaining. It's on their 20. Well, good tackle, super shot there from the centre. Tobin Smart, the try scorer. It's a beauty. Lawrence, get up and play it. Come to the blind side again. Kicking early, end over end. How's the bounce? It's pretty good, but it's pretty good for the back row for our ladies held across in Kobe Wedrat. He'll get it and play it. 8 short of halfway. This man here hasn't stopped trying either. Oscar Spies. Peterson. Halfway line's right there. Wrapped up by Chalmers. Blindside they go. That's where they scored their first try. Loyasi and King Togia. The carry. Throws the W inside. There's McMillan, the fullback. Now it's the last. What have they got? King Togia puts a crossfield kick up. Been allowed to bounce. Battered. That might be a knock on there from Our Lady of the Rosary as he tries to pick it up and go in. It is, and there'll be a changeover. $34-0 half-time score, so 16-4 in favour of Villanova in the second half. So a better outing from the men from Dalby. So they put another one on the board, but first I've got to get the footy and hang on to it. Jackson Connor, 13, the back line there as they start catch and pass. Break down the sideline. Needs to stay in touch. Does so. Villanova in motion. Sheridan ends up with a footy off the back of 4 offloads. June. Hit and spin here from Ebrington. And Ebrington. Oh. Not going to go any further than that after a shot. Last tackle, they're going to run it. June puts a kick on. That's been touched by O'Leary, the Rosie player. It's going to be tidied up in the back. It went backwards, says the referee. So, Lady of Rosary from Dolby. Yeah. It's a 10-metre line. Out. Throws a dummy. Hit and spin here from Spies. He's be everywhere. The 16 with the tape on his head. Well, I think it's a one-on-one strip it is. So Villanova will come up with the footy. 28 from the trial, and they've got a big back line to the left. First carry will come from their skipper, Jackson Connor. Go back and play it on the mark. June beats 1. I've hurt himself there, Wedrat. Into the corner they come again, not for the first time. Come close to the try line. Do they score there again, or can LA the Rosie hold them out? Defence coming off the line, catch and pass here. Crossfield kick. Nobody at home for LA. This other cross just has to catch it. Cover defence comes across, but it's not there, and it's going to be a try here to Harry Innes. And Harry Innes add his name to an expansing try-scoring list here for Villanova. Play coming out of the line here. Catch and pass. Might have been kicked from the 14, and Benny Lawrence finds the mark, and all he had to do was catch it. A little bit to do, and scores a try. So reset his radar here with June, kicking from the other side of Jack Mansky Oval. Strikes this one, looks promising as well. Wait, yeah, he's got. I thought they got away that away. He converts another try scored out wide as June. That's him offloading it now. Turns his back on the defence, the ball carrier. Gives it off to Ollie Chalmers actually with the kick, and he finds the arms of Innes. Millen couldn't do anything about it. Momentum was against him, and try scored. It's under 4 to go now in this final. Jackson Connor. Not done yet. Villanova wants some more points. Rakotowski. Connor Jackson again with another carry. Job's already done, but he's still keen to hit it up with full gusto. Forwards combining, lovely stuff here. The try scorer in O'Neill goes forward. Lawrence at dummy half. They got numbers to the right-hand side. Another kick over. They haven't got a man back here. It's going to go into the in-goal area. It's going to be dived on as a referee and the touch judge have a chat. I think they're going to award the try. And that's a great kick, but even better is the Villanova player able to get downward pressure with not much grass to work with, or mud for that matter. Look at this. Again, the kicker is Chalmers. End over end. Stays in, and that's a great try. Might be Ebrington, the 5. There's a lot of mud on the back of his jersey. Two minutes remaining. Adding the Southern Cross, and both Villanova will be keen for the warm shower straight away. Change of kicker. It's going to be Josh Hollett to have a crack. Here we go. Look at it. Easy, mate. Just kick it. He's had a crack anyway, Josh. And, well, he had a conversion attempt in Confro, and I don't think he'll ever get another opportunity, especially if the scores are tight. Have a look. Not much to work with. And it just, have a look at this replay action here from Red Corner. Fantastic. And that's a great try from, I think it is, a lot of mud on that jersey. We'll give it to the winger in Ebrington. Just over a minute remaining in this final. They did get here, a lady, the Southern Cross, so kudos there. And Villanova now will just run the clock down, 60 points to 4. There's a little knock on. Now, let's see who did it first. It might have been a lady of the Southern Cross. No, it was Villanova, so Villanova will get the scrum feed. 30 seconds remaining. Not everybody's keen on setting this scrum, but they will do. It's misty conditions again, so the scrum feed. A lady of the Southern Cross. What do they got? Can they conjure up a try? Dart from dummy half. King to gear up. Beats 1, beats 2, slides through. Gets the tackle over the top there from Meredith. Quick play the ball. They come to the right-hand side. It's now with the back row in Bice, and Bice stands in the tackle at 25 metres out from the try line. Last play of the match here as he loses the footy. Penalty. Siren will go, but they'll have a opportunity here to try and conjure up a try. They've got a big back line to the left. They go for a crossfield kick. Here we go. Sends it into the sky there. Does Barnett. Knock back. Ball still alive. Play on. He'll take that into the in goal area, June, and that will be the end of the contest. 60 points to 4 in the favour of Villanova College. They'll go back-to-back with a couple of silverwares to take back to Cooperoo. And a lady of the Southern Cross, well, congratulations on making the final. We'll have another crackerjack game here, day 5, Confraternity 2024. Hope you can join us very, very soon.